Great show, everybody. Celebrations going on. We got podium finishers over here.
Kind of carried into this outdoor
we got
series, and
Zach
really
Osborne's team over here.
In the beginning, so I was able to take some points and just stack as much as I could, and now here we are with the #1 plate in the national championship.
And I know you've been going race to race with all of this. You've done a great job of staying in the moment. But was there a point in this season where you look back?
Obviously, strange circumstances for Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. Oh, and everything else on Earth in 2020. But it has blessed us with a couple of cool circumstances that we don't normally get. We have the series finale out here in Southern California, and you do get to see a lot of VIP type people that have been behind the scenes helping a lot of these riders get to this level for a long time, get to actually be at this race. And it's a much more tight-knit racing community. It's unfortunate that when Osborne and Ferrandis get to celebrate championships, they don't get to do it in front of a raucous crowd and wild stuff that we normally would see on the podium at one of these races. But they do get to celebrate in a more intimate circumstance with the people that help get them there. And as a matter of fact, the series ending banquet, which is often held at the Pala Casino, for example, down the road, or at the Lucas Oil Estate in Indy when we wrap up at Ironman, the banquet's now going to take place right here on the podium in about 10 more minutes. You've noticed a couple other riders are just kind of waiting for their chance. The Geico Honda team, who sweeps the podium in their last race. Good ending, boys. Gotta say that. Good ending. Hey, congrats. Good job.
They straight up delivered today, didn't they?
You guys had 1-2 and 1-2-3.
Yeah.
1-2 and 1-2-3.
Yeah.
What an ending.
Yeah.
Good job. That is Jeff Myshak, co-owner of the Geico Honda team. There's Osborne holding up his trophies and his #1 plate. As I speculated on the Weege show on Friday, this is the last run for the Geico Honda team. Myshak there, the gentleman in the white shirt that I was just talking to, did confirm that on Thursday night they had to pull the plug. They had to stop the search. They may or may not have had a sponsor on the line, but they didn't want to stretch it too far and then find out that the sponsorship wasn't going to come through, and then it'd be too late for the riders and everybody else to find other things to do. So the free agent search is on if you're a Geico Honda rider. I think the Lawrence brothers will be okay. I'm gonna assume I think there'll be a small Honda factory effort on 250s with the Lawrence brothers next year. Jeremy Martin has put his best foot forward as far as getting a ride with somebody else next year. He hasn't revealed who it'll be. We're going out to do a TV stand-up. What up, boss?
If you want to turn your camera, he is talking to a guy through the gap. See there?
Oh, who should we look at right now?
See
We're gonna get a scoop.
Have a quick look.
Okay. Well, there's 57 riders rumored to be on Star. I don't know about Starry on Hoffer. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Hey, friendly conversation.
Hey, what goes around comes around. Can you imagine if Martin's just back at Star next year? He's going to have suitors. Joe Shimoda put his best foot forward. He actually swole right there with the bad shoulder. Joe Shimoda put his best foot forward. He ended up with a 3rd in that moto. How about Geico Honda going out with 1-2-3 in their final moto ever after 22-year run? It started with Michael Rocco in '98, and now that free agent frenzy that I mentioned yesterday will begin as everybody in that team looks for work, including the riders. Carson Mumford, where's he going to go? It ended up being a pretty solid end to his rookie year. Cody Schock's crew. Schock rode a 2021 Honda and got 10th overall today. Not bad for the privateer. So many stories, and like I said, it wasn't able to be celebrated. We got to get this fence open in the normal way. We did have some fans today, but it's nothing like a normal Lucas Oil Pro Motocross podium will be. But I think it's okay if you're Ferrandis or you're Osborne, because you think of their journey like it was an exceptionally long journey for both of these guys. They have a combined age of, I think, 58 between the 2 champions of the 2 classes. These guys have been around much longer than the average champ of either division. So I think for them, it's probably not about the fan stuff and the crazy podiums as much as it is celebrating with the people that believed in them when they weren't necessarily championship material, and now they actually got there. They get to do it together. And like I said, I think it works better that it's in California, because you're just going to have more of those people that you met along the way in the industry that were backers, even when they were on different teams, that helped get them here. And you see the emotion from Ferrandis all the time, but we saw it on the podium as soon as he had taken it in the 250 class. A little more subdued for Osborne. And again, we won't have some crazy banquet party like we normally do. But this year, it's all about taking whatever opportunity forget, I think I've said on multiple times of this show, you've got to be happy with what you have. And I don't think if you're Osborne or Ferrandis, you care that it was 9 races or 12, if you had fans or not. This was about, we had this 60-day span to get it done. And that's what they were able to do. And we saw so much young talent, you know, with Jet Lawrence getting a win today and Chase Sexton getting a win today. But perhaps it's most fitting, right, that the championships go to the veteran type guys. So much speed, so much potential talent, so much great future for this sport. But it's also, I think, pretty poetic that in a crazy up and down season, it really took management of time and effort, maybe more than any season we've seen. We saw veteran type guys come to the forefront. A little global pandemic was not going to get in the way for Dylan Ferrandis or Zach Osborne compared to the other obstacles they've been up against in their career. We got to do a TV stand-up to wrap this season up, so I got to go. That's the Weege Show, brought to you by Honda and the 2021 CRF 450R, ridden by Cody Schock. See how life's better on a Honda? You'll put your competition on notice every time you go to the gate. Schock kind of did. Just imagine what Sexton will do on that thing next year. See you next year.
Where do you want to go, boys? You can just drop. I can take you wherever you want to go.
Hey, Gio, you know, Ferrandis is old for a 250 national champ, but Mike Brown is actually the oldest.
Oh.
It said, the record book says 2001, Mike Brown.
I believe that.
National champ.
Brownie was he was also a late bloomer.
Okay. Did you watch that year? Do you remember that year? 2001?
You know, I had to do one of the hardest things ever, which was go congratulate him. I was miserable, I was bitter, I was bawling my eyes out, and my dad always told me be the bigger man, and it was really hard to go over to congratulate him. But on the flip side, I'd never seen that Mike Brown. I went to shake his hand, and he grabbed me and embraced me and was crying on my shoulder, and I was like, who is this guy and where's Mike Brown? I need to congratulate him.
Made it harder to hate him. All right, sorry, that's why Ferrandis isn't the oldest, because GL's wheel blew up.
Hey, but you know that he's the 3rd foreign rider to win that class.
Does Dean Wilson count, bro?
With that heavy Scottish,
all right, we'll take it.
Fake heavy Scottish
Exactly.
accent. He is as Scotty as they get, mate.
All right, he's in your category. Thanks, everybody.